Bill told me something I am running to get. Oh, we got to see it, and my hands are sweaty. Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and we are at Wauseon at the Fulton County Fairgrounds for the AMCA Antique and Vintage Motorcycle Swap Meet. And I guess they have races here too. We are looking now today specifically for unicorns. We are gonna see a lot of different bikes, and that's why I am calling this our hunt for unicorns. Which begs the question, what is a unicorn? Well, in the adventure bike world, a unicorn is the bike that you can both ride through the dirt and the street, and it does them both exceptionally well. There's no such thing. So what is a unicorn in the antique bike world? My thought is a unicorn is something you never see because they don't exist. So if it's a bike that you and I haven't seen before, something that stumps all of us, well then, that's a unicorn. And we're just walking in, Sprint 150, first paint. That means original paint. Does that say 129 miles? I'm not into Vespas, but, well, it's 130 kilomiles. No, duh. It's 130 kilometers, which I think makes it even less in miles. And that is really nice. $6,500 nice? I don't know. Boy, that's really duded up with all the accessories. Ooh, a sign. Lots of signs. And a clock. And Mr. Harley mannequin, whatever that is. Okay, so this is the first official day. I'm hoping they start putting prices on this stuff. Well, this is not a unicorn. This would be a good mid-Ohio bike. No price, no phone, no nothing. I guess that's an engine stand. I normally don't do bicycles, but that's got an original Schwinn Stingray rear tire. Yeah, I'm not a Schwinn fellow.
Well, you can change. You know.
What year? Sporty. 58, 10 grand. H piston and P cams. What was the first year for a Sportster? 58 or 57? My mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. I think someone was looking for an SL70, and it says $3,800, but it's missing one thing, a phone number. Does that Honda count as a unicorn? I don't think so, because we've seen it. So I have to say, if they are original and have low miles, does that make it a unicorn? You tell me, because if that would make it a unicorn, then that Vespa is a unicorn, and so far we're only seeing tiny unicorns. What's a tiny unicorn? Is that like a kid, like a goat kid, a unicorn kid? Now, this is gonna be something, because it's got a motorcycle motor in it with a kickstart. Kinda looks like a chibi. 68 Eastern Star. Ooh, an orange wombat. And a puppy. 68 Eastern Star. When Japanese Tohatsu Motorcycle Division went bankrupt, the engines and parts were sold and contributed into building this 68 version of the Eastern Star Mini Trail. They mounted a Tohatsu engine in a subframe and then bolted it to the flat 4. Now, I've never seen one of these before, and I'm sure you haven't. I sure didn't think my unicorn video was gonna start out with baby unicorn kids, not real motorcycles. But here we go. CL72 65, red frame, gray scrambler, twin. That is cool, 9 grand. Boy, that is beautiful. 812-457-2809. Call or text, and here we have another something or other. So this guy is into Tohatsus, and we have 2 unicorns in one stand. 62 Tohatsu Sport CR. Same owner, Barry Schonenberger of Evanston, Indiana. Tells you about the build. That's obviously a road racer, a Tohatsu road racer. Nice stuff here, even if it's all tiddlers. Passport, GT80, those are his pit bikes. All right, so here we have some really early stuff. Don't ask me, oh, well, they're all Curtises. So We've seen Curtis's. They had a special show. It wasn't Dana Beach, it was somewhere in South Florida, but they are a featured brand here today. There's a seminar series coming up, and I think we're gonna see some speakers there with the Antique Motorcycle Foundation. That'll be in a different video, so we will probably see more of these. Oh, they're gonna have a series of seminars. Here you go. This is the Curtis V8. You have to excuse me here, I'm out of my element. I don't know what I'm looking at. Look at those tires. C&J motorcycle tire. Gee whiz. And an Autoped. Autoped was the first mass-produced motorized scooter, 1915 to 1921. Steffi Manufacturing out of Philadelphia. I told you, Wauseon has the greatest variety of stuff. This is a can't-miss swap meet. This is stuff I've never seen before. So I think it's just a unit Lightning BSA, but it's only $1,800. Look at the turn signal kit with the flasher and the little bicycle mirror. I guess that's the way you have to treat your old lady, huh? Give her her own chariot. Okay, I went through this stand and I missed this. It's a Manco mini bike, but I'm showing it because, man, look how original that is. Manco Pathfinder, $1,200. And I walked right by it, but that's not all I walked by. I walked by this, signed by Bart Markle. Oh, it was Bart Markle's bike. Look at that. There he is. It's even got a flathead in the trophy. 1965 AMA National Championship Motorcycle Tuner.
It's the highest an award a tuner racer could ever achieve in a lifetime. And that's one of only 4 known in the world.
And the reason I'm waiting is because his tags, some of them have prices on. Now, this may or may not even be for sale, but...
It is for sale.
Inquire.
Inquire.
And I walked past this. It's sort of neat. And of course, I like the SU carburetor. I don't know why, it's just different, but you need a bigger gas tank, so that's why he has that one there. You get, I don't know, maybe half a gallon more. Not so much a game changer when it comes to range, but it's cool. Here we have what looks to be a very clean SP100. Remember, SP was before the DR series came out, and boy, this is clean. What are the miles? 529 miles. Obviously original. I think they put tires on it. $2,700, 740-739-0921. So it's 11 o'clock Thursday, and I guess they're still setting up, what is this, a Cushman? No, a Moto Scoot. For sale. Thor. Here it is, featured November 2025 in the AMCA magazine. Look at that, that's not an Airstream, but look at that stainless steel trailer. We got all kinds of weird stuff here. See, it's air-cooled. 66 Bonneville with later Premier carbs and a list of everything that was done. 540-454-5737. 25. 1958 with title. 815-922-2206. Do you like the disc brakes? They probably work. If I read that right, that said Road King, 4,900 bucks. H. Wagner Special. Factory Indian Hill Climber, 40K. Trade Chief, and your number, if I'm reading it right. So I had to look this one up because, well, it's not just a regular 650 GS, which is boring. I thought maybe it was a Dakar. It's not a Dakar. It's something called, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, a Serto, and it's what placed the guitar. It's supposed to be a more dirt-oriented version of the 650 GS, and look at the size of that bash plate. Never had one. Maybe that's my obligatory BMW. I don't know, we'll see. So he rides this because look, he's got his road book on it. You know, if I don't get an Indian 4, maybe I'll get a Sport Scout. 101 no title, 29 large. Then again, maybe not. There's your man, Buck's Indian motorcycle. Okay, this is the main part of the swap meet, and it goes a long way. .42 WL, Jack Pine bike, have parts to go with, 12. 81 shovel, 5. 269, 252, 1720, Dave. And Dave's not here. A dirt bug, a Baja dirt bug. WLA, 27. Boy, they bring solid money. I think they recently appreciated in the last couple of years when everything else went flat. Those started bringing good money. We've seen that at Meekum and other places where they bring good money. Root beer. Might have to have a root beer. So here we got a Ducati Scrambler, a 450 Scrambler. That's kind of a thing. Most of it's there. Oh, Scott Flying Squirrel. Now these are not unicorns. We saw a couple of them at Meekum, we saw some at Davenport, and we saw a flying squirrel like this at Ole. So they are old, kind of rare, both great bikes, but I don't think they make our unicorn list. Talk about those GMCs, those big old style motorhomes, which actually went on an Oldsmobile Tornado drivetrain. I'd be afraid to have one of them on the road now, how old they are. The Golding Sidecar with all brackets, no price, 443-250-8345. And a Wienermobile, an electric Wienermobile.
Bullpen!
Oh, hey. Where'd you find that thing? Oh, you made it.
We custom built this.
Good for you.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Always hoping that one day I'll find a Wankel-powered marine engine, but that's not it. 4-shoe Suzuki drum brake. We got the makings of an Ariel Red Hunter back here. Some kind of Triumph. Look at those drag cylinders on that Harley case. And the whole case is different. What the heck? Well, at least the kicker ain't broke. Honda Cubs and a JC Penney moped. And some Sears Galeras, $1,600 for the pair. Looks like the makings of a, I guess it's a Cushman. We got one of those crummy SSR lasers. But I wonder if that's the stock motor. $12.99. Man, I was buying them at the auction for a couple $100. Oh, Kaopectate colored Vespa. 67 Cushman. $2,000. Joe's. So if your name is Joe, you need that sign. What do we got here? A Sprint CR Road Racer, a real one? I'd have to get under the fairing to look at the numbers, but it might be. I wonder what they did there to the frame. And I don't know my Vela sets, but I wish I did. There's all different ones. Apparently they were pretty good and very competitive, but there's different models, and I'm gonna guess it's early because it's a hardtail and girder next to this gas-powered Harley, just the lights. That's really nice too. So would you restore that? I wouldn't. Leave it just the way it is, the Harley. The Indian's already been spray bombed. See, this is how you do it. Price and phone number. $6,500 with a wide glide front. 309-369-6031, I think. Oh, here we got like an NSU console or something. No, it's not a console. What is it? 501T, 1928. Wow. 708-369-2593. 29 large. Look at the dinky little taillight. And that, I bet you that's an expensive muffler. And back there we got a Excelsior Henderson 4.
Love your videos, man.
Oh, thank you.
Put my bike in your video. I'll look at it later.
All right. Tell us what it is so I can share it.
This is a 1932 Indian Chief.
Whose 32 is that? Is that yours?
Yeah. Just got her.
Hell of a nice job.
Thank you.
And check out his retro trailer. You actually sleep in that? Ah, because I wouldn't. Yeah, that's like a doghouse. 52 KR. $1930 Model D 45 419-852-9267 with title. 21 large. Look at that Speedo drive. That Speedo is actually a very expensive option.
Look at the vertical freaking generator there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'm looking at this air filter.
That's a nice piece.
Shovel stir. So that's a shovel head top on a sporty bottom. I don't think I ever saw one running. I always heard that was kind of a explosive thing to do, but here it is. Looks like it's working. 10.5, 419-852-9267. But you know the downside is now you got to kick over to 1200 cc's. Oh wait, it's got a battery. But no button, you're kicking. Pretty cool though. All right, we saw this here one year. It's a civilianized Harley XA. Yes, that is a Harley. Next to, I don't know, is this an ME100 with the Fuji motor, the Floyd Climber Indian? It's actually pretty nice. And this is stuff for his XA. I think we featured that a couple years back.
When I first walked over here, I thought someone put one of them Chinese Chang'an motors in it, but it's got the XA1 stamp.
No, it's an XA.
That's freaking cool.
10K, 59, 95, 68 or 69 probably. Evan Rude. Look at the bear trap. First successful production outboard, a Curtis. So we'll probably see more of this tomorrow. There's a Curtis outboard. That's not these here. Boy, a guy collects motors.
On the patent there, that's a 1903 Curtis motorcycle engine. He took his 1902 motor off his bike when he was going to Yale and come up with the idea for a production outboard motor.
Oh, okay.
3 years before Evan, they were selling outboards in Detroit, Michigan. So this is the only known survivor. I'll have it up in the building tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. Thank you. Well, it's not a motorcycle, but definitely that's a unicorn. All right, here's a question. How many of you watching actually know who Beetle Bailey was? There's my question. All right, who wants another screwed up XLCH? Well, this one they put a Mikuni on. It does actually look cleaner, that front end. And another Sprint Racer. And it's an actual CRS bill, $3,300. 419-466-744. That's probably the cheapest CRS I've ever seen. There's an ERS in the trailer. Oh, hiding. So the ERS is the 350 version of what used to be the CRS, and they made even fewer of those.
It's a pretty clean bike.
Oh,
In the toolbox.
it's hiding.
I gotta yank it out.
Well, I can't show it to him like that.
Okay, I'll get it out.
I mean, you even have the stuff from against it. Don't have to be out. I'll come back. So I'm showing this Aprilia SR50 because this was actually a hot little 50 scooter. I don't know what they did to it. This was before Piaggio bought Aprilia. It's a two-stroke carbureted. I think, didn't they ultimately come out with a fuel-injected version?
I've got a few, yeah.
Okay.
It's got a dash issue.
Not many of these around, and there weren't many made to begin with. So there's actually 3 of these rows. We just did the one, but Bill told me something I am running to get. Oh, we got to see it, and my hands are sweaty. All right, this is what I was running here to see. Look at this. I understand there were 10 made. He says one of 6. This has got Mikunis on it like mine. I wonder how they're jetted. They don't have the Lockheed brake. They changed the master cylinder. Unless the production version was different, I might have to buy this. Look at that, they added an oil filter. And this has still got the 2-speed Bewley transmission. Oh, look at this. Well, that was a disappointment. I tried to buy that bike. I offered him his asking price, $500 cash deposit. I'd pay his asking price and either wire him or give him certified bank check or something as soon as I could get home and get it out to him. He doesn't want to wait. He wants cash now, today. 12.5 large. I don't have that. I'm out of my area. This is not where I can go to the bank and pull out 12.5. So that's the thing about some of these swap meets is you've got the brokers, and I don't blame them. They're walking around. They only do cash deals. Everything's, and that's not how I work. So we have no deal. Jeez. That's the only other one I ever actually saw. That's a unicorn. So here, these are an item. These are the Lordo, and I don't know if they're called GP carburetors or maybe they're just called SSFI. They made SS1s and 2s, but this is an I. invertible. You can run them sideways, this way, that way. As long as your floats, and that's why they had remote floats, and that's why you saw remote floats on a lot of race bikes. And here you have some Chiriani forks, Coney shocks. Good stuff here. Well, now I have to get all calmed down. Get back to our channel here. Back to the job at hand. TX 125, 1973, $2,000. You want to share a phone number?
Yes, we can.
715-897-3757. 3757. So you have two reasonably priced Italian Harleys. It's Italian. There's your stock silencer. Then we got your little, what is this, like an SRX or something? And I forget what size they are. They're a little small. Is it a 250 or a 500?
250.
250 SRX single with 4 valves. That's actually
2,400 miles on it.
That's actually a very clean one. You don't see them that clean.
I think that's about the first year of the crotch rockets.
What year is it?
I think 87.
How much is it?
2,200.
Do you want to share a phone number or anything? 219-617-8440 for a clean SRX 250. That is really clean. Or you can go the Harley route. Your choice. Oh, look at that. It's got, oh, that's pedal on one side and powered on the other. I was wondering why I had 2 rows of chains. You know, when you take pictures of motorcycles and cars, it's always better if you have someone standing next to it. Little trick a photographer told me. Jayhawkers, Detroit, Michigan. Funky looking shirt. Boy, that looks clean. I like the lines. I like the black. E-Start in 67 maybe? 260-241-0783. They need to finish it though. There's no pipes. $3,000. Bonneville, $3,000. TR6. Brain Bucket Rehab. S90. These had a run. These were a thing for a while. I don't know if they still are. $1,350. Let's check out this Jawa Speedway bike with no information. The Sombrero Man, he comes to Mid-Ohio. Bubba Schubert's XL 125, $675. You can read. Is this the one that came from the Barber Museum? Hi, is that the one from the Barber Museum? It just looked nice that I could tell. $2,500, runs no title. We saw that at the Spring Barber Meet, KZ 750, which is NFS. Oh my gosh, somebody actually wants one of those. That has to be repop. But who would repop that? It's not like they were popular. All right, I'm getting my fill of Harley and Indians, especially when they don't have prices. All right, here we got a Sunbeam. Now you've seen mine. This is what an F7 looks like with the fat tires. And I don't think that's the right muffler. $5,000. Cushman's, Vespas, and Rups. 12.5. 248-881-1321. 9,200 miles. From what we're seeing, with that kind of mileage, that's probably okay. And we got a Hodaka Ace. This is the early one, see? Low fender, but it still has the rubber gaiters. It's not the earliest. This is actually pretty right. $1,500. It's got to be a no title bike. I think that's worth every penny. 248-881-3021. If that doesn't get bought up, somebody needs to call it. Look how right that is. Let's see inside the tank. Tank is all nice, and it's all clean. Take that and sell it at Mid-Ohio next week. I think that makes one of our bargain lists. It'll never be worth less than that. It's a clown car. No, it's a topper. I kind of like the optional rack with a wicker basket. That's probably better than a milk crate. What is this strange thing? This looks strange. I don't know what it is. All right, we're back here. I'm calmed down now. I'm gonna show you some of this other stuff that's here. So apparently this stuff came from the British only collection. He used to sell British parts. Here's a Champion framed KTM, but this is a Cheney framed Sax. This is something special. You Penton guys should be all over this. It's VIN number 1. And this was the good Sax motor. And while we're at it, we got this double engine Triumph Dragster. And a Honda Rickman. 10.5. I don't know in today's market. TS250 ice bike. Oh, these are a thing. We saw a nice one at Kissimmee that they gave away. This is a Marnark. Look at that little flat twin motor. What is that? A little BSA? No. Dampfkraft. That must be auf Deutsch. What the heck is a Dampfkraft? Look at the speedometer like a trials bike. It looks like a DKW style engine. Oh, look, it's got the Jawa style kicker and shifter. The what war?
Cold War.
Oh, Cold War Soviet Union. I didn't look at the tires. That would have been a giveaway. And there you go. Made in USSR tires. So it's a Soviet copy of a small DKW. All right, that's probably a unicorn. And I maybe should have guessed it between the USSR tires and the Jawa style kicker. We would have known that was Eastern European. I think that makes it to our unicorn list. That's something you didn't see before, at least here. It's a unicorn in this country. Uh-oh, I see a Wankel. Ooh, that's rough. Oh, I think that's a Matador. Here we go. Runs and rides with title 248-245-8588. First year Wankel. I used to have a blue tank for you. You either need a blue tank or black side panels. That's pretty good. It's totally normal. How much is it?
It's, I got it up for 65 or best.
So these are really rare, hard to find, and they're in good shape. His tail light is not, it's not cracked. This is a replacement cover because they faded out. This is the UV protected one. It's got 49,000 miles showing, and it's probably good because it was run and didn't get all rusty and crummy like, well, you know, the last Wankel I took apart. And there you go. If you're interested and you want a Suzuki, you can go hum away on that. All right, now I don't know my Velisets very well. I mean, I know what a Venom is. This is earlier. So a KSS, do you know what a KSS is? Can you share it? I don't, do you?
It's 350 with I think somebody put a 500 cc jug on it. They made them in 38. This one has some of the original paperwork from the import. It's a running riding example. Shifts through gears nice. I mean, just great running bike. I mean, muffler's still all there. Just cleaning it up a little bit.
And how much is that?
I'm asking 14.5 or best offer.
14.5. So that's the same number. You know who to call. All right, thanks for sharing. So I don't think a Suzuki Wankel quite makes the unicorn because we've seen them. I've owned a couple. The Velisets don't make quite the unicorn list, but well, they're rare and cool, and we're gonna include them. Oh, here's another very rare bike that for that price should be bought. Now, you can't tell it because they painted the frame, but this is a true Shell 500. Shell threw it was Kenny Roberts' tuner, and he had his own company, and you can verify the serial number and know where it went with what engine, usually with what engine, unless they built the chassis. But now you saw I had a Shell through it with a 250 motor in it, and we found its race history, and that went to my friend in Ocala. Looking at the tires, this one's been raced. First Earhart brakes. Now, I forget where the number is on these, but should at least mention the price and phone number, 269-275-3385. And if you don't buy this one, I probably will have to. I'm looking for a number. There's a number there. I don't know if it's 874 or 674. I think it's 874. Right there.
How many they make?
He has a list, and they were custom ordered.
This is from the way back machine.
So we looked it up, and 874 is indeed a Shell bike, and it was sold to Urshel Boyd. I guess it originally came with a 250, and the Boyd father and son team, Urshel and Billy, at some point they changed the mounts and put a TT 500. Now Shell did make a TT 500, but they only made like 5 of them. So this bike was built by the Boyds to race. Because they changed the mounts is probably why they painted the frame. And you know, that really shouldn't matter because you know, the classes changed. For a while there, they stopped racing the 250s and they went to some of the bigger bikes. We got the race history on this thing, and it still can be yours. So while we're getting excited about flat trackers, I have to tell you the rest of this story. You know how anxious and frustrated I was yesterday? Well, what a difference a few hours makes, because I'm going home with this. He accepted my deposit and I have to come back and pick it up. So, wow, between this and the shell, there was some neat stuff here. These are called power knots, and they were a thing. And this is to make the bike roll, because I think it's always in gear, first or second. This is number 4. One of these was raced by David Singleton. Here's the GTR tag. David Singleton is Dale's brother. There's a lot that's sort of just hanging on this, so I wonder what the story was. That looks like they added that. I think they changed the back wheel. Was that a Sunwim? That's my guess. No, that's not bad. Mine has Brembos in. Maybe that's why they changed the brakes, because they changed the disc. I don't know. There's no race number on it, so we won't necessarily know who raced this one yet. But that's the rest of the story. So we are going back home to see Bruno, but stay tuned. Like, follow, and subscribe, because we are turning around and heading back for Mid-Ohio. So see you then.